mean? Can Nigeria become an outsourcing country?
Outsourcing country, yeah. Yes, Nigeria really should become an outsourcing country.
I like that. Should be.
Should be.
Why would you say that?
Should be. If you look at some of the countries that have been reputed to be outsourcing countries, they don't have as much as we have. What most of them boast of is manpower. What most of them,
we have that.
And we have that. In fact, we have the largest population of literate, educated, young minds globally, okay, or of blacks, so to speak, except for India, the Philippines, Brazil. It's just about putting our hearts together and putting strategies in place to achieve it. Mauritius, for instance, is also trying to become a hub, outsourcing hub. And if you look at Mauritius, for instance, Mauritius
just
is
behind us here, just underneath Africa here.
Yeah, if you look at Mauritius, for instance, there are people of about 2 million. So you begin to wonder, where are they going to get the people to actually sustain that drive? Meanwhile, here, back in Africa, back in Nigeria, we have the people. So I think it's just putting the necessary things in place to begin to outsource. And outsourcing can be a very veritable vehicle for economic growth. We are talking of unemployment and all of that. Outsourcing has been providing jobs and will continue to provide jobs globally. So I think it's an area that the government needs to also look into.
Now, I just like to look at some of the things you're doing in a little bit of detail. Now, when you say you source for workers, I mean, to fill up spaces in an organization, how do you do that? You go to Igbo market and you tell people with a placard, if you're looking for a job, come to us. Is that what you do?
Oh, well, recruitment has left that place. I think Martins, you need to come out of the studio once in a while. Well, there was a time that recruitment probably was done that way, but then they moved to, that was when you used to have signboard outside.
Yes, saying vacancy.
Vacancy. But we moved to the point where we began to advertise in the papers. But now, I think everything is online. In our organization, we don't even accept hard copy CVs, because at best, how many people can you attend to in a day?
No.
All right.
You mean nobody can come and knock and just drop a CV?
No, we don't do that anymore. You can apply for jobs from the convenience of your home. If you just have your CV on your smartphone, you can do things. Okay, so we have an online portal, and we advertise online, and people apply for jobs.
No. Better say it, because a lot of viewers, I'm sure, a lot of job seekers are looking at you now.
Yeah.
So when you say you have a portal online, meaning that what?
Well, we have a portal. We have a web portal.
www something.
www.highcsjobportal.com. That you go there, you see vacancies, you apply for jobs, and you submit your CV. The system records, or we have a database where your data is put into, and then when we have vacancies, we just input the criteria we're looking for, and the system shortlists people, and those are the people we invite for interviews.
Amazing.
That's the way it's done.
Somebody can actually be in a bus rather than pinging. She can actually be sending.
Oh sure. Well, the problem we have, or most of us have, is lack of information. Okay, so it's necessary to use some of this kind of medium to let people know what they can do. Rather than Facebooking all day, you can search for useful information, and that will go a long way.
What's the spectrum of industries that you attend to? So can anybody ask for it? I mean, ask to be employed for any kind of job? I mean, like any kind of job, or do you have limited openings for people? Do you have specific areas that you like people to come and come to you for seek for employment?
Well, before the advent of the online portal, it used to be restricted to certain industries. But what we did was to move online and to make sure that we can cover everywhere. Okay, so at this moment, we can take in resumes from all spheres of life. Whatever it takes, just make sure that your resume is in, because if your resume is not in the database, that's the first step to getting a job. Okay, so at the same time, recruiters from organizations from any industry also can approach us and then we shortlist the right candidate. So it's important, and we are beginning to see an increase in the kind of organizations and industries that are using this kind of services.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so it's important that every job applicant gets their resume into the database through the portal, and you can be sure it's free of charge. It's not.
You don't have to pay 5,000.
You don't have to pay any dime.
Or
you don't need to pay any dime to apply for any job with us. It's free, and we've been doing that for the last 20 years. We continue to do it. We've never charged anybody for any recruitment. Okay, so I think it's important that people use this portal. We used to tell people that your resume is not for you. Your resume is not meant for you. Your resume is for public consumption. So make sure you distribute it. Make sure it's out there so that the right recruiter will be able to see it when they need it.
Okay, Peter is just provoking so many thoughts in my head.